Good morning. This is Evelander on the Skywall server with another helpful video. I've heard a lot of guildmates and a lot of other people throughout World of Warcraft saying they don't know how to set up DBM and they don't know how to move the spell timers. They can't hit the heroic will button because something's covering it. They're a timer button bar. So let's go through a basic configuration setup for DBM. To open DBM, you type in /DBM enter, and it opens Deadly Boss Mods. To begin with, DBM is probably not going to display all of this in the beginning. I had it open beforehand. But you want to click on Bosses, Cataclysm, and if this isn't opened up, you might have to click on the Dragon Soul, and over here there will be a load button, possibly, and Ultraxion. I am melee DPS, but this works for I believe any DPS class, and I'll go through maybe the settings for the healers that the heals might need. I have announced a raid lead because I frequently lead raids. I have that pre-warn. I have special pre-warning and show warning. I do not have announce fading light targets checked because as a melee DPS, I don't need to be concerned about targets on other people. I have enough to worry about going through my rotations and hitting my button. I don't need to worry about someone else's job. We have a philosophy in this guild: if everyone does their own job well, we're successful. So don't worry about somebody else's job. They're going to do their job, and that's going to lead to your success. So don't worry about anyone else but yourself, and you'll be able to do this very easily. I also have show special warning for Hour of Twilight and show special warning when you are affected by fading light. I do not have checks show special warning when someone else is affected by fading light, once again because I don't need to know. It doesn't affect me. This is very important, this restart Hour of Twilight counter. What you need to check is resets in sets of 3/2 heroic normal. That's the one you need to have checked. And special warning, you need to have the second option 2-5 selected. Alright? If we move down a little bit to the bar selection, I show a timer for Ultraxion. I do not have this checked. Doesn't affect me. I have show timer for Hour of Twilight cast, show timer for next Hour of Twilight. I do not have timer for Twilight Eruption. I don't care. Show timer for fading light fades from players. Yes, I have that because that affects me, and timer for the next fading light because that could possibly affect me. It gives me a visual warning when the next fading light is going to hit, and when it does, when that comes up, I watch for the special warning to see if fading light is on me. If you're a healer, you want to have the timer for Gift of Life, Essence of Dreams, and I have a Berserk timer. The timers for raid cooldowns, I do not care about those. If the raid lead is doing their job, they check to make sure all flasks and food are up to date, whatnot, and good enough for the current encounter. Under miscellaneous, I have them all checked. I don't mess around. I want a countdown sound for fading light, and I want a countdown sound for hour of twilight. Now, while we're here, this is one area that trips up a lot of players. There are two different separate countdowns. The one for fading light. You notice under the tooltip, fading light, 100-yard range, instant. It's an instant cast. So when that timer for fading light gets to 0, it hits. And if you've not hit the heroic will button, when fading light hits, you're dead. Period. However, hour of twilight is a 2.53 second cast. Okay? They're two different casts, two different things. Let's say, for example, this is the boss. I have the boss targeted. He's going to put a cast bar right up here in this area that you see where the pointer is. That cast bar will be 2.53 seconds long. Okay? So you want to hit that timer when it's about a second into the cast so that you make sure that you hit it. If you do not hit heroic will, hour of twilight will kill you. Enemies caught within the twilight realm take 300,000 damage. Instant death. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. One thing that also trips people up during raids is having timer bars covering the heroic will button. That's kind of a bummer. So, under options, bar style, and we need to get our thing back up here, you will see a button called Move Me right here. Click on that. It brings up a configuration that you can move around. Two bars that you can move. Okay, you can try to set that up before the raid because heroic will is going to spawn right down here somewhere in this area right here. Okay, so if you prior to the raid move the cast bar so that it's right under your feet, you should be okay. Not guaranteed, but possibility. You can also configure the bars. The default, they're a little small for my taste, and they're kind of hard to see. So you can go into these windows right here. This configuration affects this bar, and the bottom configuration affects the one under your character. Okay? Alright. Say, for example, we're in the middle of a boss fight. You do not have time to open up DBM and look for all that crap if the bar happens to be covering the heroic will button. So, in the middle of the raid, all you have to do is type enter/DBM space MOVE, enter, and it brings up a movable bar that you can move, or if there's already a cast bar there, you can move it up above the heroic will button, which is somewhere in this area where the pointer is right now. Okay? I hope that helps, and I hope everyone is successful in getting Ultraxion. It's a very fun fight, but it's once again, it's a very mechanic driven. If you miss one button click, you're dead. Hopefully you have a B-res there that can get you back up. If not, They lose your DPS, heals, tank abilities, whatever, and it's possibly a raid wipe. So one person missing the button might kill your chances of getting the boss. So be aware, watch your buttons, watch your cooldowns, make sure you're hitting them throughout time, and you'll get a win. Good luck everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a good day.